Derby at the weekend, 0-0. Disappointed not to take all 3 points in the end?
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of a frustrating game from our point of view. We knew kind of what they was going to be about and what they were going to bring. I think we kind of let them implement their game on us a bit more than what we'd have liked, and kind of turned it into their game, which was kind of frustrating from our point of view. But it's a tough place to go. They picked up a few good results recently, so I think on the basis of it, a point was probably fair. But like I say, disappointing from our point of view.
Is that something potentially you're going to have to deal with increasingly as this season goes on?
Definitely, yeah. Like you say, we obviously are where we are in the table, and teams can, don't know whether it's raising the game or change the way they play when it comes to playing against us. So it's something that we have to figure out and work out how to break teams down like that. I thought we was half there with a lot of the things, and it was maybe the final ball or the pass before the final pass which let us down from creating really any clear-cut opportunities.
How close to 100% fit are you?
Yeah, I'm getting there, mate, and obviously I think that was my first start in the league since Rotherham at home, which was obviously a while ago, so it's been frustrating for me, but yeah, we're on the other side now, so it was nice to get 70 minutes under my belt. I wanted to stay on, but the gaffer told me that'll do, so yeah, no, I'm getting there.
For you, it's been quite a season kind of on and off the pitch from several perspectives. How much now are you kind of hoping to put the injuries, the court case and everything else that was there behind you and just concentrate on helping this club achieve promotion?
Yeah, 100%, that's what it's about. I just want to get back to where I was at. I was a little bit frustrated in my own performance at the weekend, and I had a little chat with Macca afterwards, and he kind of said, you're not going to get back to where you was at straight away in the first game, but I've set myself standards that I want to reach, and if I don't reach them I get a little bit frustrated, so I want to get to where I was at before. I want to get to playing every week, full of confidence, enjoying it with the boys, and like you said, the ultimate goal is to get the boys promoted.
Do you feel like you're in a good place kind of mentally now after everything that you'll have been put through over the last 6 months or so?
Yeah, my life's a bit quiet now. I think I need something to... Nah, I'm only joking. It's nice to have nothing to worry about and just concentrate on the football. So hopefully I can, like I say, get back to what I was doing before I was injured, and get to where we want to be.
You've got 17 games to go in the league now, 10 points ahead on game in hand on some rivals as well. How good is it that you're in this position, that as a team that you've put yourselves in this position, that it's in your hands essentially? Yeah,
I think the boys have been excellent. I think you don't get into these positions by chance. No one lets you get there, and no one gives you any of these things. So I think the boys have been excellent. I think there's been games where we've played excellent and we've thoroughly deserved to win. I think there's games where we haven't maybe been at our best and we've got something from them games, and I think they're the ones that get you to where you want to be. Like I say, if you're a little bit off it or you're not quite at it and your performance level's out there and you get something from the game, they're the ones at the end of the season that you look back on and think, that's what got us there.
Is it real testament to the squad that the club put together, to what Paul Heckingbottom and the coaching team have done, that collectively you've been out without so many players for the last few months, yet you've still managed to open up the gap and the lead that you have?
100%, yeah. I think at the start of the season you could see the kind of the depth we had in most positions, and we've needed to use that, unfortunately, a lot of times due to injuries or whatever, and yeah, that is down to testament. I even think it's down to the manager and stuff, the way that they've got out of players that have been here for a while. A lot of boys have raised their game this year and gone to new levels, so it's a testament down to the club and to the manager and all the stuff. Yeah.
Must be encouraging for everyone to know. I mean, you'd probably rather the 20-odd fit players and everyone's competing week in and week out, but you all know that you have been used, you probably will need it to be used. Is that kind of good from a morale perspective?
Yeah, and it's good kind of, I think there was a lot of times last year and even towards the start of this year where you didn't really have much choice because there was no one else, so you knew you had to just get through the injuries, and a lot of boys were playing with injuries and playing through knocks and stuff, but now you pretty much know that no matter who's going to come in the team, the team's going to be strong, so you don't have to force it as much or risk as much as what you did before. There's always competent replacements to come in and still get the job done.
It was 1-1 at Wrexham when you came off the pitch. I mean, what was it like as a game to be involved in, both when you were on and then when you were off?
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's the FA Cup, innit? Anything can happen in them games. I think the atmosphere was really good. It was enjoyable to be a part of, and He obviously would have preferred to have won, but with they're going down to 10 men and stuff, I think the boys showed a lot of, to get back and to get the point and get the replay. And I think no matter what team the Gaffer plays tomorrow, I think we're more than competent enough to be able to get through to the next round to beat Wrexham.
Has that been kind of a trait of this team in particular since the World Cup break? Because I think it's fair to say you've not quite hit top form in any of those games, but you've found a way to win games, you've found a way to get a goal when it might not have looked like you had. Definitely,
like I was saying, yeah. I think there's been times where we haven't been at our best, we haven't performed to the levels that we wanted to, but we've still either got 3 points or in a game that we're losing, QPR, I'm thinking of where we come back and nicked a point, and then points could be vital at the end of the year. So I think everyone knows what the character's like in this team. I don't think I need to speak about that too much. There's a lot of togetherness and resilience within that dressing room, and a lot of experienced boys that will carry us through when maybe we wouldn't have before.
Lots been spoken about kind of Wrexham with their finances and what they're doing in the National League. Were they even potentially better than what you expected when you played them first time?
I don't know if it was better than what we expected. I just think, it's the FA Cup. Anything can happen in 90 minutes with anyone, and I think it was all suited up for them to cause the upset, But like I say, that we know what they're about. I know the manager. Obviously, went from my time when I was at Bradford, so we know what they're about. I know what his teams are always going to be like. They're always going to be, long and direct and putting the pressure on you in terms of that way. But I think, especially at home, you'd like to think that, with our pitch and with our fans that, we can kind of kill that way of playing a little bit and implement our game on them more than let them implement their game on us.
If you've not noticed, they've got a couple of high-profile owners, Oli. Have you watched the documentary? What do you make of all of that?
I actually haven't, but a few of the boys have, and they say it's a decent watch, so I might have to give it a watch. But yeah, no, it's good. Like I say, it's good. That, like I said, the atmosphere at the game was really good. To be fair, and I don't think it's been like that at that club for a long time. So it's good to see stories like that. But I don't know. Yeah, I just think that maybe we might have to spoil the party tomorrow.
How much would you like to have camera crews kind of documenting everything in training, every game, behind the scenes? I imagine you'd welcome that, yeah?
I don't think that would be very good for me in terms of what would come out, but yeah, I think we actually had the conversation about it this morning because, when we're walking through sometimes and we won't notice, and the SUTV stuff will be doing like behind the scenes, and we'll have to kind of catch ourselves before, when we're mid-conversation. And yeah, we had the conversation the other day saying that I don't think it'd be very good for us, but I think other teams it's good to watch, yeah.
So you mean the Oli McBurnie that we talk to now, we might see a different side of that if there was a documentary?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I'm on my best behaviour when I'm in these ones, or Kev shouts at me, so...
How they played and how close they came to winning the game, very close. Has that given you as a group a little bit of extra motivation with this one to kind of show that there are divisions difference between you?
Yeah, possibly. I guess you could say that. Yeah, they were good in the first game. They made it hard for us, and but like you say, I don't want to sound anything, but where they were, we are for a reason. They're where they are for a reason. When it comes down to a football game, we should be able to get past teams like that. So hopefully tomorrow night we can show what we're about and get through there.
I imagine from the other side of the fence, though, you've seen how powerful that underdog mentality can be. Sheffield United use that to great effect in the Premier League, have done in cup competitions before. It can really drive a group, can't it?
It can, mate, yeah, and you do get that confidence as well. That winning feeling of, it don't matter who you're playing against. If you're winning every week, it's a contagious feeling, and it fills everyone with confidence. So, yeah, we've been on that other side. We've seen it, we know what it's about, but like I said, hopefully the quality that we have in the dressing room will be enough to see us right tomorrow night.
And how much do you enjoy these kind of games, physical games, big back line? Obviously there was the situation with Daniel Jebbison in the last game that's been much talked about. I imagine there'll be, you guys will be wanting to prove a point on that count as well.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's always fun. Them physical side of the game, they're always fun, enjoyable. I thought Jebbo was excellent in the last round, and I'm not really sure from my point of view whether it was a red card from where I was sitting, but listen, I don't want to get in trouble for saying anything like that. But yeah, I thought Jebbo was excellent. I think it'll be a big miss tomorrow night as well. But yeah, it'll be fun. These games are always fun. Like I said, the FA Cup's fun, and Phil Parkinson's teams are always the same, so it'll always be fun to go up against.
And just finally from me, they'll have nearly 5,000 travelling supporters there. I imagine it won't be necessarily full from a home perspective. Does that make it even more important that the Sheffield United fans that are there really get behind the team?
Yeah, of course. You know, it's very rare that teams will come to Bramall Lane and, you know, be louder than our fans. So yeah, you know, the fans are always good with us at home, and we appreciate tomorrow if they come and drown out the Wrexham fans. Yeah.